So these are the things, and what sir says is correct. He saw and he says again, these are not tax, put it in the next budget. Now what? Again, intelligently, and etc. kind of things. I feel this is whims and fancies. But then mandaps are defined as immovable properties, and therefore they are taken.
Mandaps are defined as movable properties. Application to the hotel industry is very movable.
Yes. But then service tax people are not going by that. They are, there is a circular which says these mandaps, that mandaps are to be considered and will be taxable. Right? Now friends, this last part, not naturally bundled, now that is the most difficult part. Now what happens here is, friends, in this particular convention services, suppose one service is mega exemption, one service is, so in a convention, suppose you are providing 5 services. Out of those 5, 2 are not taxable at all. So जो 2 services में से एक mega exemption में है, एक negative में है, और बाकी के 3 taxable है. What happens to those 2 which are exempted? Friends, they also become taxable because they are bundled up and taken together. What happens when they are not naturally bundled? This creates a big difficulty. The bundle service will be classified in that service amongst the bundle of services which attracts the highest tax liability. I'll explain you a case itself. See the case. There is a single agreement. Let's say there is a ground floor and a first floor. I am owning it. I give it to somebody on rent. I give it to single person on rent. Ground floor will be used for his business, and top floor first floor will be used for his residence. And I make a single agreement. Now what happens is, renting for business is taxable, but renting for residential purpose is exempted. Now what will happen in this situation? This is a bundle of service, not recognized by law and not naturally bundled also. But they are provided as a one service. What happens over here? The law says this bundle will be taxed according to the highest tax liability which is attracted by the services therein. So friends, negative list services also gets taxed. The practical way out of this is prepare 2 separate agreements, thoda aage piche date karke, and then take away. Otherwise it becomes very difficult. So not naturally bundled has to be tackled very, very carefully, and this is the entire spectrum of how classification is done. I have seen many professionals and even in practicing or in the industry, people ignore this classification part. Friends, don't do it. It's very, very important. You will burn your fingers just because we are not, or we feel lethargic. ठीक है, छोटा सा है, देख लेंगे. No, it will destroy the entire activity which is done if you are providing a combo of services. And last but not the least, there are 2 case studies which I have taken. I'll just take the last one, which is very important. Right? Yeah. It's cited in your handouts also. Friends, first case study is very simple. A single particular place is used for many purposes. It says an air-conditioned restaurant is partitioned and divided into 2 parts. A la carte is served in one portion, and in the another portion, buffet is served in the daytime. In the evening, the other portion is used as exclusively as banquet hall. In case where there is no booking for banquet, said portion is used as normal restaurant where food is served on a la carte basis. Restaurant also provides home delivery of the food. What will be the value of taxable services in this situation? So this is a same place used for different things. So whatever is built accordingly will be charged. We have covered this entire spectrum. More importantly, I am interested in the last case. See what happens. It says, Computers Limited has entered into an agreement with Comfort Hotels, wherein the hotel will make it available 5 rooms for a span of 1 year. During the span, Computers Limited will send its employees for a stay of 3 days on a vacation every 2 or 3 months. Rooms are to be made available as and when the employee arrives. 95% of the room tariff has been paid by Computers Limited at the time of signing the agreement itself. The service tax authorities are treating this deal to be a renting of immovable property. Please advise. This case we are handling, I thought I will share it with you. You know, these corporate people, this is called a holiday home facility in corporates. I am a corporate, I have 10 or 15 employees. I want to give them holiday home facility. So what I do is, I book, I contact this hotel and said, at every point of time I want 5 rooms available for 1 year. So service tax guy says, and you know, I pay the 95% advance also. The service tax guy says this is renting of immovable property. Full tax lagega ispe. When we read the contract, we found out that the hotel never locks up 5 rooms. कोई गेस्ट आएगा तो उसको 5 जो 5 rooms है, it is given to everybody and anybody who comes. But when the corporate calls that my employee is coming, at that point of time that room will not be given to anybody. So it is not a renting of immovable property, it is normal accommodation services for which advance has been paid. So if you get anything of this kind, please, when you draft your contracts with corporates, be very careful that you don't agree that I will lock the rooms for 5 rooms for you. But if that be the case, I lock 5 rooms at every point of time, whether you come or don't come. In that case, the matter is over. It is renting of immovable property. This is a very live case that we are representing. We have filed an appeal also on this. We are waiting for the personal hearing to come. So this is how we can tax plan so that we don't fall into the pit. And that is how service tax has entered deep into our life. If we don't take care, it will take you by surprise. Fine. So friends, this was what I had in mind that I will share with you, and I hope I have been able to convey whatever is the requirement of the industry. Thank you for very patient listening, and again thank you for being very, very interactive. Thank you HRA also for interacting and suggesting, and this is my, even if Govind Goyalji would have been here, he would have motivated all of us again to represent very hard to the government that please remove all these things which are having double meaning and make life simple for the industry. Thank you so much. If you have any queries, I will take it now or at a later time, whenever it is possible from your side. Till then, thank you so much. See you soon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Manushi. It was a wonderful and very enlightening session which you spoke to us for over an hour and a half, and I'm sure all of us will undergo very much of an insight into the service tax matter. So on behalf of HIWI, I would like to, and all our members present here, we'd like to thank Mr. Manushi for having made the time to come here. And also we'd like to thank the General Manager of this hotel, a very good friend, Mr. Arupta Singh Hada, for having hosted this seminar and for all the wonderful arrangements made for our stay so far until tomorrow. Thank you very much, and for the lovely staff you have and the wonderful arrangement. Thank you very much, and we will adjourn this session now, and we will interact over lunch. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Any questions? We can do that.
And I would like to, try and find out, as Sir said, what are over the, that money which he gives. These things help us a lot. Right, sir?
Thank you.